Hey wavies and curlies, this is Stacy from the Frizz Girls. Um, I wanted to share with you something that I did today, and it kind of is in conjunction with the video I released yesterday. So you may or may not have seen it. It's about a 25 minute video. I'm wearing a pink hoodie, and it's talking about my experience with a new hair salon. So long story short, just a short recap. The stylist that I normally see, I hadn't seen her in a little over a year. When I called to book an appointment with her, she was no longer with the salon. And I don't know her last name, her phone number, her email to even try to get in touch with her to find out where she was at so I could make an appointment. So that left me having to find a new stylist. And I found a stylist locally that cuts wavy, curly, coily, and kinky hair, and she also has curly hair. So I was really excited to have her take care of my hair. I sent her a picture of me as a photo reference for the cut and color that I wanted my hair to look like. And she assured me that she could handle it. So yesterday was the appointment and I was super excited. And by the time I got done, I was not excited. I didn't love my hair. I was really upset about it. The cut was not what I expected, and the color was nothing close to what I had shown her in the picture. I asked for blonde. This is more blonde. And if you've seen videos from me for like a year, 2 years ago, you've seen the blonde I have in my hair. I have gray hair, so I like to blonde my hair out to blend the gray, and I like to go to my roots. So the blonde that she did is not the right blonde. It's not dimensional. It doesn't go to my roots. It doesn't blend very well. And I also asked for my part because my part is supposed to be over here, and she didn't part my hair properly. And I asked for more layers for volume. I wanted to keep as much length as I could, but I understood if we had to take a couple inches off. And I wanted more layers to have more volume, and explained how the back of my head, the crown, lays flat, and I needed layers to add volume. And I got none of that. And when she finished drying my hair and I looked at it, I said, it's not very blonde. This is like blonde for me. This is like my winter color. I was not happy. You could tell by my voice, my eyes, my facial expression, and I told herself. And I was also disappointed in the cut. And I looked like a long triangle, so it looked more triangular than it does right now. And I literally almost cried. I was like this close to tears yesterday. I was so unhappy because it wasn't what I asked for. And what made the whole situation worse for me was the photo reference I gave her was literally a picture of me. So it wasn't some random girl on Google or AI that I said I want to look like. It was literally my own picture, my own hair that I wanted to replicate. And she said she could do it. She didn't. And I was very down and depressed all day yesterday. I just was not having a good day. It was like the shower rod came down from the bathroom, which really set me off. I was in the middle of cleaning it. It was just like Murphy's Law, one thing after another. It was just, my energy was just down and low, and I just wanted to cry. I went to bed, and I just wasn't sure what I should do, and I wasn't sure if I should say something. But I finally decided I had to say something. So, which is really ironic if you think about it, because I'm always talking about how to love your wavy or curly hair. And I even wrote a book on it. Stacy Learns to Love Her Wavy Hair, You Can Too. So like, I wrote a book, a kid's book on my hair journey on how to love your wavy or curly hair. And ironically, I don't love my hair. I don't love it. And it's not really even my fault, because I told her at the salon that it was not the color. So I don't know if she used the wrong color, not light enough. I don't, because I told her I'm a neutral, so I can go cool or warm, but I'm a neutral. So I don't know if she took that and decided to do color for that. I don't know if it was the toner. I don't know. So I did something for the first time ever that I've never done before. I contacted her and I sent her an email. And I told her I was not happy with my hair. And I told her why. And I told her, the haircut, she gave me a dry cut. And I said, it looked like a trim. I'm like, if you were going to just cut as little off as you did, I could have saved myself the money and cut it myself, because I've cut my hair multiple times. You guys have seen me cut my hair multiple times. You've seen video or pictures of me when I've cut my hair. I could have saved myself the money and just cut my hair myself if I wasn't going to get much of a cut. Like, I complained about how this area hangs down and I wanted it shorter so it would be more rounded and have more volume, and she took some off, but it's still hanging down. I don't love my hair, and I pretty much told her that, and I told her that, you know, I was disappointed, and if she didn't think she could do it, like, I don't know why she just didn't say, like, I don't think I can give you what you want. I mean, I would have been annoyed, you know, making an appointment, getting excited for it, and then, like, not being able to get it fulfilled, because I would have been happy with the results, which would have been better than getting my hair done and still not being happy with those results. And now I'm out the money that I paid for the service that I can't get back on the service, and I didn't even want to tip her. But I emailed her today. And I even titled the email, I think I even titled it Disappointed. Disappointment, something like that. I don't even remember. But I told her why I was unhappy with my hair. I didn't get the cut that I wanted. I didn't get the color that I wanted. I gave you a photo reference of myself, and you still couldn't match it. I'm not happy. I've never contacted a stylist after she or he has done my hair to complain about my hair. Never. In all the years that I've gotten my hair throughout my life, minus when I was a kid, I've never contacted a stylist. I've never gone back to a stylist. I've never called them on the phone. I've never reached out and said, I'm not happy with the service I got from you. Fix it. But this is the first time that I've gotten a service that I was not happy with. And I said something. I spoke up for myself. You know why? Because this girl here, when I was young, and I'll show you in the book, this girl here, right here, this image of her, when she was 9, didn't have the power and the courage at 9 to tell her mother, I changed my mind. I don't want to cut my hair. This 9-year-old girl, this illustration of me, didn't have the power and the knowledge, the strength, the ability, the confidence, whatever you want to call it, to tell my mother and the hairstylist at the time, I changed my mind. I don't want to cut my hair. I didn't have that power at 9. It did not exist in me at all. It just was not there. And I got a haircut that I didn't like. And I felt like a boy. And let me show you the illustration of what I got from the haircut. Now, it was short feathered, but there I am, crying because I'm unhappy with my hair. Now, this was 9 years old. I didn't have the tools, I didn't have the knowledge, I didn't have the spirit or the independence or the courageousness or whatever to say something at that time. But as an adult, not happy with the money I invested for the service. I didn't get what I wanted. But I said something. I said something in an email. And no, I didn't cuss and yell and scream at her through email. I didn't use foul language or anything. It was not relevant. It was not necessary. I just emphasized at times, myself or a photo of me, to emphasize that part. But I stood up for myself and I said, I'm not happy. And, kind of left it like, is she going to say like, oh, come back in next week and I'm going to fix it for you at no charge and I'm going to retone it or I'm going to recolor it, reshape it? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if she's going to respond. When specifically? Is it going to be today? Is it going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be 3 days from now, 3 weeks from now? I have no idea. I don't know how and when she's going to respond. I don't know what her solution is going to be. If she's like, oh, I'm going to fix it for you, no charge, or here's your money back, or sorry, go find someone else. Like, I don't know what I'm going to get. Whatever I get, if I get anything, I'll cross that bridge when I get there and just deal with it. I did find another stylist. I saw her post in a group where she showed like color, and I loved what she did, and I sent her photos, and she's like, oh, you wanted more dimension. I showed her the photos of my hair, what it looked like after the appointment, and then what I wanted. That was my own hair. And she's like, oh, you wanted more dimension and brighter highlights. I said, yes. She's like, oh, I can fix that. I was like, oh, cool. So she's running a special. She said, just let me know and I'll get you in. And I think she'll even fix my cut, but I don't know if I want her to fix my cut at this point because she doesn't really do with curly hair, but she might actually be a better option because I have wavy curly hair. But I just find it really, really ironic that I wrote a book and illustrated a book. Stacy Loves to Learn, loves her wavy hair, and you can too, to encourage girls to love their wavy curly hair. And I don't even love my hair right now. Like, I don't. And I know it's frizzy because it was windy today and I was at an event. So the wind was blowing, so it was going everywhere. And I did a refresh and it looked pretty good this morning for the refresh, but I feel like I've got like a long inverted triangle and I wanted more of a rounder look. Yeah. So I spoke up and I said something, and I've never had to do that. And I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know if it's because, like, I should be like, yeah, I got her. I told her I feel like I should be happy. But I'm crying. Like, I'm upset. I don't know why. It could be a deep wound that hasn't healed. It could be me feeling free, that I stood up for myself in this situation. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so upset. And I know people like, but it's just hair. I understand it's hair. I get it. Like, I understand. And I really understand and can sympathize with people who, when they have a bad haircut, especially with wavy curly hair, why they're upset about it. They ask for what they don't want. But like I said in the prior video, and I'm not going to keep you guys on forever on this, like I did on the last one, but the photo I had for reference was my own photo. I'll drop the frontal and back photo of the photo references that I showed her that I wanted my hair to look like. I just wanted my hair to look like my hair. And I know this is still my hair, and I'm glad I didn't get like a botched job like some people have gotten, but like, yeah. I don't love my hair. And that's really ironic from an author, a children's book author, that is always talking about, you know, positivity, you know, body positivity, but positive with your hair and loving your hair and being happy with your hair, and not telling people, like, if you're not happy with your hair, don't tell people about it, because no one's gonna know, because they really won't unless you tell them. But I'm telling you, and the reason why I chose to tell you guys and share this with you was not to be hypocritical and not to be, you know, in any way, shape, or form, but I had a photo reference of my own hair, and I didn't get what I wanted from my own reference, my own photo, and I'm not happy about it. And I know what that feels like when you don't get what you want and you pay for a service. Because it's like they don't listen. And it's uber frustrating. So, yeah, I just find it ironic as someone with wavy hair and that's always telling people to love their curly wavy hair, especially little girls, you know, and I don't love my hair right now because it was not cut enough for enough volume and enough shape that I had wanted, and it's not the color that I was wanting either, based off my own photo. It wasn't even somebody else's photo. That's what kills me. But at any rate, so I just wanted you guys to know that I did email her. So as soon as I hear something back, if I ever hear anything back, I don't know, I could get an email tomorrow morning, I can get an email Monday. I'll let you know what she says. And I'll let you know if she offers any service or not, like any compensation to fix this. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated and let you know, because I got to get pageant photos done on the 11th of April, and I was hoping to have a great cut and a great color for those pageant photos, and at the moment, today, I don't, but we have, you know, several more, like 2.5 more weeks, so there's still time, so it's not like the end of the world yet. So I'm not there yet, so I don't have to panic about that. But yeah, so it's just ironic that the woman who wrote an illustrated children's book that talks about loving her wavy hair and encourages others to love their curly, wavy, curly hair doesn't love her hair right now. But you know why. So I'll keep you updated on this journey and let you know what she says and how I respond. And I guess this just is a reminder to all of you, when you get a bad cut or color, open the big mouth and say something right then and there. I'm not happy with it. Write an email if you need, like if you say something and you feel like nothing's being done later at that moment, send an email if you can, and see how they'll respond. So many of us go through a bad experience, hair, nails, skin, wherever, and we just suck it up and complain. But we can't do that. If we're not happy with a service that we pay, we have to open our mouth and say something. Just like if I designed a website for a client and they were not happy with the website I designed for them, I'd be like, oh my God, what is wrong? What do you need? What do you want me to change? I would be devastated. I'd want to make it right for them. But I will say I never had that problem because I always exceeded my client expectations. So I always gave my design clients above and beyond what they expected in their final design. So I always had positive results. But still, when you provide a service, you want to get what you pay for. And when you don't, you got to take the bull by its horns and you got to say something. And they may get pissed off and angry. You may not hear from them. They may not give you no recourse of action, no partial refund, no redo or whatever. And, you know, it is what it is. But at least you know that you were not unhappy. Like I wasn't happy and I said something. I'm going to see how she responds. If she responds, then go from there. I may have her fix it. I may just say I'm going to go to another salon and have her fix it. I don't know. But I'll keep you updated on this journey. And hopefully you guys won't go through this like I have, but if you have, I completely understand. Stay tuned for an update if I ever get one. Bye, wavies and curlies. Have a good day.